Se on sensaatioetsivä täällä. No ei niitä sensaatioita kyllä metsästä silleen löydä. You could understand it this way. Just look at all the money that you don't have. Look at it and how close is to having nothing to your current situation. So let's do a thankfulness exercise. And many times these thankfulness exercises are for the things in our life we want to be thankful for. For example, I'm glad that I have this book right now. I can read stuff. I'm glad that there's this fucking bench. Somebody put it there. I'm glad for it. But we might also be glad for some things that are not in our life. For example, I'm glad that at least right now I don't have cancer. Freedom though, it's also kind of like money. If you focus on the freedom that you don't have, you might not notice all the freedom that you have. But at the same time, it's also exactly like money. If you focus on all the money that you have, you might not be really focused on the money that you don't have, and vice versa. I think most of people are really focused on the money that they don't have. And if you focus on that which you don't have, you might be very depressed. You might become a bit down on life. There's so much freedom that I don't have. There's so much good stuff I'm not experiencing. There's always going to be more that you don't have. But even enlightened people, they might not be flying to outer space and other planets there. You're having a lot of mundane dreaming ja silleen, että suunnissa ei tapahdu nothing especially interesting ja sä koet silleen, että these are not very predictable. Että tää ei ole semmonen, että sä voit vaan katsoa jostain niinku, että ennustukset, että minkälaisen unen sä tuut näkeen yesterday, I mean tomorrow. The dream realming in there, it's kind of like a trip. You can bring something back from it. What you bring back from it, if you are able to bring a lot of stuff back from it and very detailed descriptions of it, that's a clear sign that you are purifying and your capability to have that dream is expanding, re-understanding that purpose. Because there's correspondence to every move, every variable in the dream realm, in the spirit realm. So ants on the ground, bees flying. If some creature makes you do a small sliver of a movement here instead of here, that can have like world oceans spanning magnifications in the dream realm. Low vibration beings, they might also be like sponges for all the downgrading stuff, so to say. Let's like bring it to me, you know, whatever type of bullshit will make you unable to awaken, so to say. It's not about awakening, you know, enlightenment and this dreaming realm stuff. It's kind of different. Of course, there's a lot of understanding about the nature of reality that you can gain through this dreaming, but enlightenment and dreaming, I would say that those who are enlightened are not always the dreamers, and those who are dreamers are not always enlightened. A dreamer is more like an explorer, kind of like an astronaut, and astronauts don't have to be enlightened. But of course, if you are a dreamer and you are enlightened, then that's a double whammy. So right now, when I'm just sitting over here, I kind of think that, well, I'm kind of waiting until I find freedom from the bond of being this body. And in dreaming, I gain little glimpses of it, like the freedom of it. It's important to do this exercise now, because when we think about that dreaming, and if we become a little too gung-ho about that dreaming, we might also start to feel bad for all the dreaming experience we are not having. It's very good that if you have dreams, you pat yourself on the back. Hey, I'm dreaming again. Hey, I'm seeing. I used to dream much better. My dreams were much better. I used to be a lot more. They were just more vivid, my dreams. Now they've gone to this kind of shit. What is going on? I want my dreaming mysticality detective back. Et mitä enemmän me meidän elämässä yritetään olla ajattelematta ja yritetään olla muistelematta ja yritetään olla kuvittelematta asioita, niin sitä vähemmän unia me tullaan muistaan ja näkemään. Jos puhutaan vähän noista unista, eli tää mettäs harhaileminen, niin mä en tiedä mistä on niinku kysymys, mutta yesterday when I was dreaming, että eilen kun mä nukuin, niin I went into the spirit ja I was just flying through this. Et meikä eilen täällä harhaili jos tätä mettää vaan ympäriinsä ja silleen, niin sit kun mä näkin niinku unia, niin mä en niinku kävellyt täällä, enkä silleen suoranaisesti lentänyt, vaan se oli semmos niinku crouch gliding. Et mä niinku tällä hetkellä be discovering new ways to move in the dreams. Et sitä vois kuvalla niinku tavallaan hyppimisen ja lentämisen tavallaan niinku välimuodoksi. Et mä aina välillä teen semmosia asioita, jos ei niinku tavallaan silleen just rationaalisesti katsottuna mitään järkeä. Mut täytyy ymmärtää sitä, että tää järjellinen niinku leveli tässä elämässä, niin that's only on the surface.